This is Let's Talk in English. It's time to learn some great English and have a lot of fun. My name is Katie. Today our topic is e-report, and our lesson is called Let's Go Bowling. Let's go bowling. Nathan, how often do you go bowling?
Oh, not very often. I don't go bowling very much, but it is fun to find some friends and go maybe once or twice a year. Hello everyone, my name is Nathan. It's great to see you today. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot together. Now, Katie, do you go bowling very often?
Well, like you, Nathan, I only go 1 or maybe 2 times a year. But bowling is a lot of fun. It's something great to do with your friends, maybe on the weekend. Nathan, would you say that you are a good bowler?
No, I would not say I'm a very good bowler. Sometimes I have gotten a good score, but it's hard to get a good score for me every time.
Okay, well, there's a lot for us to learn today, so let's get started with today's lesson right now.
Hello, 我们一起来看看今天的单字。第一个单字就是今天的主题 bowling 保龄球运动。Do you like bowling? Let's go bowling now. 接下来是名词 stone 石头。Is that a stone in your hand? Don't throw a stone at my window. 再来是动词 roll 滚动的意思。你除了可以 roll a ball 滚球之外，还可以 roll a tire 滚轮胎。第四个字是名词 size 尺寸大小。What size do you wear? 你穿的是什么尺寸呢？ I wear size 8. 我穿8号。再来是名词 hole 洞或是孔。There is a hole in the door. 门上有一个大洞。大家常会说大气层已经破了一个洞了。There's a hole in the sky. 接下来是片语 knock something down 把某样东西撞倒或者是击倒的意思。He knocked all the bottles down. 他把所有的瓶子都碰倒了。最后一个字是名词 point 分数。How many points did you get? 你得了几分呢？ I'd like to get more points. 我想得更多分。
E-report. Hello, friends. This is Gabe, and this is E-report. Now, what kinds of sports can you think of that use balls? Well, there's tennis, a tennis ball, and there's soccer. Now, what else uses a ball? Well, of course, you're thinking of basketball. Okay, well, we're going to learn about something that also uses a ball, but this ball is a little bit heavier. That's right, we're going bowling today at a bowling alley.
Bowling. Bowling is a sport with a long history. A long time ago, people threw stones outside at other stones. The person who threw the stone closest to the other stones won. That game soon became bowling. Today, people go to a bowling alley and throw a ball. A bowling ball rolls down a lane and knocks down the pins. But before you play, you need to wear the right shoes. The floor of a bowling lane is very smooth, so all bowlers need to wear special bowling shoes. You can rent them or bring your own. After you pay and get your bowling shoes, you can go to your lane. There are often many lanes for guests.
Well, if you have gone bowling many times, you might know a lot of the words in our e-report today. But if you don't, then there is a lot you can learn.
And don't worry, we'll help you understand. First, it's good to know how to use the word bowl. Now, this sport is called bowling, but the word bowl is also an action.
That's right. So you can say, I bowled yesterday. But it's more common to say, I went bowling yesterday. Okay?
But when you roll your ball in this game, we say that you bowl the ball. That's a good way to use the word bowl. Now, where do you go if you want to go bowling, Katie?
Well, you go to a bowling alley. That's kind of a funny name. But an alley is a little road between two buildings. You can find many alleys in a city.
And alleys are a little like the small roads where you roll your ball in bowling. That's how you can remember this name.
But a bowling alley is actually the building where you go bowling. Each of the small roads in the building are called lanes.
And a lane is another word for road, like the word street. So you bowl your ball down the lane to hit those white things at the end. What are those things called, Katie?
Well, those white things are called bowling pins. We'll talk about those more a little later. But before you start bowling, you have to get some shoes.
Or, if you bowl really often, you might have your own bowling shoes. But why do you have to wear the bowling shoes, Katie? Do they help you in some way?
Well, maybe a little bit. Bowling alleys have shiny floors made of wood. If you just wear your regular shoes on the floor, you might make it dirty.
And I think that there might be another reason too. Bowling alley floors sometimes are slippery. That means it makes it easy to fall. So those are reasons why bowling shoes are always white on the bottom. They won't make black marks on the floors so that it looks dirty.
That's right. And after you get your shoes, you're ready to go to your lane. So let's watch the next part of today's e-report.
Okay, well, I have my bowling shoes and I found my lane. It is lane number 7. Lucky 7. Well, I think I'm ready to go. Except, wait a minute. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a bowling ball. Of course. Silly me. Now, where can I find a bowling ball? Over there. No, over there.
Some people buy their own bowling ball, but many people don't own a bowling ball, so they borrow a ball at the bowling alley. There are usually many choices. The balls are of different sizes and weights. When you find the right ball for you, take it to your lane. When you are ready to throw the ball, remember to hold the ball correctly. There are often 3 holes in a bowling ball. You put your fingers in them. Then get ready to throw your ball. Take a few steps back. Look where the pins are, and then throw the ball. It looks very easy, but it isn't. Sometimes the ball can roll off the lane. For children, there is sometimes a special lane. Okay, try again.
So, you paid for your game, you have your special bowling shoes, and now you need to get a bowling ball.
That's right. There are lots of bowling balls at bowling alleys. Some bowling balls are black, but there are usually many different colors you can choose from.
Yeah, you could get a pretty blue one or a bright pink one that's easy to see, but the color doesn't really matter that much.
Oh, I love picking the ball's color, Nathan. But I guess the weight is more important. Some of the balls are heavier than others. How do you know a ball's weight, Nathan?
Well, you should look for a big number on the ball. In the United States, The number is how many pounds the ball weighs. The number on a ball might be 9 or 13.
That's right. And you want to choose a ball that you can roll easily. If it's too heavy, it might be hard for you to hit the pins.
But if your ball is too light, the ball can be harder to control. So you need to choose very carefully.
And if you can, practice with the ball to see if it is good for you. But if you start playing and you think you need a different ball, it's okay. You just go get a new one.
And also, try to put your fingers in the ball's holes. If they're too small, you should get a different ball.
That's right. Bowling is much more fun with friends, but that means that you need to take turns. When it's your turn,
you should listen to Christina talk about that phrase right now.
我们在今天的 e-report 学到该怎么打保龄球。轮到你打保龄球的时候，首先你要看好球瓶的位置。When it's your turn, look at the pins. 句首的 when it's your turn 就是轮到你的时候。我们在对人讲游戏规则或者是活动进行方式的时候，很适合用到这个句子。我们来练习一下。When it's your turn, stand up and introduce yourself. 轮到你的时候，起立介绍自己。When it's your turn, bring your resume into the room. 轮到你的时候，带着你的履历进到房间里去。
we need to take turns when we do many different things. We take turns in bowling, but we also take turns in other games that we play. When you take turns, every player plays at a different time.
So, what are some games where you need to take turns? Well, when you play with cards, you usually have to take turns. Another game that's good for taking turns is pool. Everyone has to take their turn when they play that game.
That's right. So be sure you know how that phrase works. But whenever you're taking turns in bowling, when it's your turn to bowl, you should
take a break. Sorry, Katie. I know you want to continue, and we will in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
Welcome back. For our e-report today, we are learning about bowling. That's a fun sport you can play with your friends. And in bowling, you roll a ball down a lane and try to hit white pins.
But when you go to a bowling alley, you have to get a few things before you can play. First, you have to get some special shoes, and then you need to choose your bowling ball.
That's right, and now we're going to learn even more about bowling in the rest of our e-report.
Great job! When the ball knocks down all 10 pins, it is called a strike. It's the same word in baseball, but in bowling, a strike is a very good thing. A player will get more points when he gets a strike. A full game of bowling is 10 rounds. Bowling is a fun and popular sport that you can play any day. People love to go bowling because it is easy to learn and a great way to exercise indoors. When you throw a bowling ball, you use a lot of muscles in your arms, legs, and back.
Well, bowling is a lot of fun, but I need to take a break because my arm is really sore. You know, bowling is a great sport to do on your own or with friends, but of course, I would rather bowl with friends. It's a lot of fun. And now, I think you should try bowling. It's a great sport to do indoors. Okay, well, it looks like I have one more bowl, So, wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thanks. All right, this is Gabe for E-Report. Going bowling.
So you have your special shoes on and you choose a ball that you want to use. It's not too heavy and it's not too light. But right now, your friend is bowling. You have to wait. But when it's your turn, you should
Get your ball and look at the pins. Finally.
Katie, you interrupted me.
I interrupted you. You interrupted me. It took me 3 tries to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you should have been able to say it earlier. But you just reminded me of something that we can talk about.
I did?
Yes, you said it took you 3 tries. And you get 2 tries to hit the pins when you bowl.
Oh, I see. We usually use the word try as an action. Like, I tried bowling, but I'm not very good. But we can also use it as a thing.
That's right. You can say, I hit 8 pins on my first try. And 8 pins is pretty good.
It is. There are 10 pins, so you only missed 2. You want to knock all of them down.
Now, that sounds a lot like what Christina wants to teach us now. Why don't we go talk to her?
打保龄球的时候，最好是一次就击倒所有的瓶子。You want to knock all of them down with your ball. 注意这里的 you want to 其实不是你想要的意思。在口语的表达中 ，you want to 可以用来表达对人的提醒和期望，希望对方应该要做到什么。比如说 ，you want to sleep well， 其实是提醒对方睡眠很重要，应该要睡得好。或者 you want to finish your work first， 你要先把工作做完。
You want to do your best to learn English. So let's use our time well. What were we talking about earlier, Nathan?
Oh, well, you said that you want to knock all 10 pins down. And if you knock them all down at the same time, there's a special word for that, and you get some extra points. It's called a strike.
Oh, it's always so exciting to get a strike, but it's not easy. Now, if you knock all 10 pins down in 2 tries, that is not called a strike. But even though it's hard to get a strike, bowling is still a pretty easy game to learn.
It still takes some practice, though. I think the hardest part is taking those steps before rolling the ball.
Oh, that's true. It is hard to do that. But friends, don't worry if you can't get a strike every time. Just keep trying and you will improve. And it's the same way with your English. So, why don't we practice our key words right now?
Here's the first key word. Bowling. Bowling. Let's go bowling tonight.
Stone. Stone. Help me move these big stones.
Roll. Roll. The child rolled a ball to his mom.
Size. Size. What size is this t-shirt?
Hole. Hole. Put something in those holes.
Knock something down. Knock something down. The big dog knocked the child down.
Point. Point. Our team has 57 points. We won.
Well, today's bowling lesson is over. So now is a great time for you to go to a bowling alley and try it yourself. What do you think, Nathan?
Well, I think that that's a great idea. You can practice your bowling and review your English at the same time.
Oh, that is a great idea. So why not give it a try? If you've never been bowling, you really need to go.
Yeah, and don't be nervous. Remember, it's pretty easy to learn, and it's very fun to play with some friends.
So, what are you waiting for? Call your friends and try some bowling. Maybe we'll even see you there.